Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
How's it going, everybody? We are at the lovely Palace Theater in downtown Gallatin, Tennessee. We're here for Linda Purrs Music Bash and meet and greet. We're going to have a ton of artists on stage. They're going to do meet and greets, and it's kind of like a little fanfare going on up here in Gallatin, so it's pretty cool. And I've got people taking pictures. Okay, cool. Anyway, our first guest. Oh, and we're live on Facebook now, so I'm just letting you know. And
awesome. Which place do I look?
It didn't matter. Just whatever. One of these cameras will get you. I got three of them.
Good deal.
Take your pick. I think it's that one in Legging.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Anyway, we've got Miss Dawn Ricks here, and we're going to have to talk about what you've been up to.
Oh my goodness. Traveling, recording, taking care of family.
Sweet.
Adulting, which should not be required to do on a 24/7 basis.
I'm telling you, what I want to do is I want to take and just have something to where I could just like clock out every day. You know, okay, I'll adult for 3 hours today, exactly. And the rest of the time I'm just going to go. Yeah,
exactly. Or be paid overtime.
That's what it needs to be. We need to be paid for adulting. I don't know. Yay. People walking through.
Sure.
Hey, I love it.
Come on in.
Yeah, everything's free, people. Come on down, have fun, and
just don't be loud.
Yeah, just don't be loud.
Or else I will miss cameras trying to get people to be quiet.
You can walk through, you can do anything you want. You can see how we do podcast. It's funny. It's crazy as I'll get out. Oh, Lord. We're just getting the day started.
We're kicking off everything.
I know.
And it's a beautiful day. I thought for sure it was going to be freezing cold. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous out there. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it was great.
And there's even artists outside on the sidewalk just doing meet and greets.
Meet and greets. They're playing. They're just shaking hands, meeting people, going in and out, checking out all the stores.
Yeah.
And thank you to the people of Gallatin for being such wonderful hosts.
I know, right? They're putting up with all this craziness.
They're wondering what in the world's going on.
We're going to turn it into downtown Nashville. You never know. It gets crazy. Anyway, how many songs you got out now?
Quite a few.
Because I was sitting there going through your stuff and I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah, quite a few. I've, way back in the day when it was all Reverb Nation and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Telling my age right now, right?
Telling my age. What are you talking about?
Had a lot of songs out. My last single was titled Painkiller. And I was just in the studio yesterday doing vocals for my newest release. And I'm putting together a whole album this time. And thankful to people of my hometown and some sponsors who kind of all pitched in. Typically, I pay for it out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
But this time I just kind of reached out and said, hey guys, you want to be a part of this? This will be fun. So the album is including a variety of songs. And I'm kind of excited about it. I just started writing a few years ago. So it's kind of neat to be recording some of the stuff that I've written as opposed to other people. I always choose the better song. So that doesn't mean that it's mine.
Well, I mean,
but it's been nice. It's been fun. I had a really good success with my song Tennessee Miles years ago.
Yeah.
And then I had a duet out with Billy Gaines titled I Want to Be Holding You, which was really great. And some other ones, but all genres. It's crazy. I had a gospel song, rock song.
It's getting Christmassy. You going to start doing some Christmas songs?
And I do have some Christmas songs, and one of those new ones I'll be recording in about 2 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because we do a Christmas show every year.
Oh, nice.
So you'll have to get with Julie and see what's up with that.
Oh, I would love to do that. That's something fun I did last year. I was able to be part of the children's for the Christmas for Kids event that they hold here in
You was out there?
I was on one of the buses. I felt like I was all that, but I had a great time. It was so nice meeting everyone. And,
that's funny.
Yeah. And were you there?
I was there.
You were?
Yes, we were on a bus doing the Christmas for Kids. Actually had Alicia Payne on.
Nice.
The podcast before all that kicked off, and was talking about how everything was good for the kids and all that stuff. And I think she's getting me on another bus this year. So
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I'd already, before I even left there, I was like, please make sure I'm back next year because I had so much fun. It's cool. This year, I had put out a children's book titled Yes, Yes, You Can. So if I'm lucky enough to get back on one of those buses, all the kids that hop on will get a nice book to take home with them.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that. I don't know what we're going to do. There's no telling. Julie thinks up stuff, and I just nod my head and go, yeah, okay.
Just take directions, huh?
But, that's why she does what she does. And then I love the whole thing of with the Christmas for kids. The one thing I noticed out of all of it, which it was nice meeting the fans and stuff like that. And I loved that and seeing all the kids out there and everything. But I really loved that they were dressing up the buses.
It wasn't that something. Did you see? Was it? One of them was, I think, Scrooge. One of them was Shrek.
One of them had Shrek on top. I was like, wow.
There wasn't enough time because we had to hurry and get on the bus, right? And I just wish they did it one extra day just for the people that are on the bus to go around and visit all the others. But
that's Alicia said, well, do you want to set your podcast up on the bus? And I'm like, we won't have time because there's so many people going through.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to be able to meet them all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's like I walked over to Kirsty Krause had a bus. She was a couple of rows over from me. Mm-hmm. And we were getting close to the end of the time slot and everything. And I walked over there just to say hi because she's been on my show like twice now. And she's a good friend of the show. And we've just walked over to say hi. She had Mr. and Miss Claus sitting on her daggum bus. Because it was so cold outside.
Oh, no, it definitely was cold.
Oh my God, it was freezing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but you know what? They still had a good turnout, even though just, a few days prior to that, we were doing some cleanup. Mm. And from the tornado or hurricane?
Yeah, the tornado.
Tornado that came through. So I was happy that they didn't cancel.
Yeah.
At the same time, it was nice to be able to be in town for all of that, to be able to help out. The day before, I believe a friend of mine and we went out and we gave sandwiches and stuff out to different people and trying to do some of the cleanup and all. And it was just, anyway, it was a wonderful time. I hope I can be a part of it this year.
Oh yeah. Now, where are you out of?
West Virginia and Nashville. So I reside in West Virginia with my family, but I've always had a place here in Nashville. So it's always been half and half.
So home party time. Home party time.
Actually, if you really want me to be honest, this is my happy place and sleep time. Yeah. So in order to rest, like I come here and I rest. I don't get to go, like tonight I'm going to go downtown. I have not been downtown probably since CMA Fest for about long enough to maybe perform or to stop into one of the places. But
well, I can guarantee you it's changed since then. So
probably it changes every time I go down there. But typically I come into town. It's usually I try to rest a little bit. And sometimes I don't even turn the TV on.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then do what I have to do and rejuvenate and then go back home, do all the adulting stuff.
Oh, yes, adulting
stuff. And then come back here and kind of refresh, rejuvenate, make some more music.
Yeah.
And then keep it going. I'd love to be down here full time, but that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. No. See, I was born and raised down there. So.
Gotcha.
The minute I was old enough to get out, I got out.
You were rolling.
I gone. But I'd go back because I was doing lights and sound all over the place.
Oh, so nice.
It was just a big. Every time I go down there to do lights and sound, I realized why I moved out.
Why you moved out? Well, I don't think people realize there's so much to do away from downtown.
Yeah.
And your chances of seeing famous people are outside of town. Not
pretty much
downtown, when a lot of tourists believe that if you head downtown, you're going to run into someone, and you possibly might, but there's so much more on the outer part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful lakes and churches. And
oh yeah.
Some of the top-notch cemeteries. I'm not a cemetery visitor, but let me tell you, I've been to George Jones's, and yeah, I mean, that's like a whole monument in itself.
Yeah. Well, right there off Lebanon Road, there's a Catholic graveyard right there. And it is just, besides all the dead people there,
right?
But the headstones and stuff like that is just, it's gorgeous.
Well, they're spotless. I mean, I've never. It's kind of crazy. We're talking about graveyards. I'm sorry, I brought
I
that
know.
up. But
It's Halloween.
Right. Well, there you go.
It's October.
But never in my life have I seen them so well kept.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not a stain. I mean, the grass. I mean, just everything, and they take a lot of pride in that, and that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
God, that's just a full-time job in itself. We're doing the wrong thing. We just need to go cut grass.
Well, there you go. But it's if my allergies could stand it.
Yeah, well, you know,
that would be great.
Yeah. What are you allergic to?
It seems to be everything. Now that I hit a certain age, everything falls apart. You're allergic to everything.
So you hit 30 and
yeah. That's it. 30 with about 20 some years experience.
Shh, don't tell our age. No.
Oh gosh, it was funny. The other day I was talking to someone, and I'm talking about country music, and I'm naming off people, and they just had this stare.
Yeah, like who? Who are you talking about?
And I'm like, do you not know Barbara Mandrell? Who? Do you not know? And I mean, I'm just like taken back, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness for technology. And I'm pulling up. Oh, they had no idea.
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to songs on the radio these days, and I'm singing along. I'm like, hey, hold on. Wasn't that Air Supply song like years ago? Hold up.
Well, I mean, see, I remember when Waylon come out with Way More Blues.
Okay.
And that was risque for Waylon to be putting that out, you know. And then later on, 10, 15 years later, Barbara Mandrell comes out with a risque song, Sleeping Single in a Double Bed.
Right.
You know, and now it's like, you know, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
They sing about whatever.
Yeah.
But back then it was risque. I mean, it was crazy.
Right.
I remember watching I Love Lucy, and they had 2 separate beds, and it's crazy stuff.
Times are changing.
Now who's telling their damn age?
I know,
Me.
right? We either roll with it or we've got to back out of it. So.
I prefer the double bed. If I had room, I'd have a king just so I could spread out and roll anywhere I wanted to.
Exactly.
You ever notice that single people have the biggest beds?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I have a big bed.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Everybody watching Facebook is going, what the hell are they talking about? Somebody talking about music.
They're like, what did she go there for? Talk about graveyards and how old I am.
It's fun stuff.
You can remind people that they can comment.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I don't know that you want to have them.
No. It's on the when we go live on Facebook.
I'm kidding.
And YouTube. Y'all can leave a comment if anybody has a question for Dawn.
Oh,
anybody has a question for me. Feel free to leave a comment, because the producer will see it and she will ask the question. It's good stuff.
Oh yes, that's putting us on the spot.
Yeah, I know. I like it. It's fun. It's real cool when your friends start commenting stupid stuff.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think some of mine are actually walking downtown, so they're probably not listening right now. We're good.
Yeah. Unless they're watching on their phone while they're walking.
Yeah.
Which everybody does that now.
Yeah. Who even goes without their phone for 5 minutes?
I've gotten to where, believe it or not, I will leave my phone on the charger next to the bed, and I will shut that bedroom door and I will walk out.
Yeah.
Just so I can get a little bit of peace, because my phone goes off all the time. I'm sure yours does.
It does. And yesterday was the first time, I can't even remember for how long, I was starving to death. My sister and I wanted to go eat. We went to the Outback, and I looked at the phone. Typically I'd keep it right there, turned it off and put it down. And I've never enjoyed a meal so much in my life. It's crazy.
See, I've went to places to eat, and I find it funny because you'll either see a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband and wife, and both of them are like this, and they're not even communicating. And they're wondering why they're divorced the next year.
Right. Or you're sitting among your friends. And,
oh God.
And all of us have our phones out, but we're texting each other. It makes no sense, but we do it.
I love it, because we used to have a friend and a couple of guys that we went out with, hung out and stuff, rode Harleys and stuff. You'd stop, get off the Harley, and it was like, look at this. Check this out. What's this? You know, I'm like, But what about the greenery we just seen?
Exactly. What about the beauty of all this?
What about those two girls walking down the sidewalk? Did you see them? Did you? I mean, come on, dude.
Well, speaking about sidewalks, we are right by the sidewalk
I
in
know.
downtown Gallatin for a wonderful star-studded event.
Oh, yep. I love it.
There's
And we're actually in the theater.
Yeah.
I did. And I was telling one of the other people that work here in the theater, I was telling them back in 2006, when I was doing a lot of production stuff and licensed sound, I got contracted to do music video in this theater.
Oh, nice.
And it was 5 different bands, live video. Well, they recorded it, music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my real good friends, Corrine Chapman, was here. I called her and I said, "You want a music video?" She's like, "How much is it going to cost me?" And I said, "Nothing. It's free. Come on." Rob Posey done it.
Oh, wow.
He was a good friend of mine back then. And we actually did that here in this theater.
It's a beautiful theater.
And it was, well, they've upgraded it since then. You know, and it's just gorgeous here.
It's a beautiful theater. Of course, the popcorn smells delicious.
Dude, I walked by that a while ago and I was just like,
Yeah, it was pulling me in. I didn't know where I was, but I'm like, let's go.
You know, you can make it at home all you want to, but it's just something about the smell when you walk into a theater and you smell that popcorn.
It is. You're 100% right.
You don't even care about the juicy fruits. You just want the popcorn.
I bypassed the people at the door and kept walking just to see if they were open yet.
See, I think they need to put popcorn in every live venue downtown.
Oh, well, there you go. They would drink more.
Well, yeah, because it's salty.
There you go.
You got to have something to drink.
Perfect.
I wonder why they ain't done that. We're giving away ideas here.
You know, we need to hurry up and
I need to patent that.
put a stamp on that real quick.
You never know. It just gets crazy. So where do you usually perform downtown? Have you got a favorite venue that you play at, or?
Well, I haven't had an opportunity to play downtown too much other than for like CMA Fest or things like
Mhm.
that. I think here in Nashville, one of my favorite places to play was the Music City Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I played there years ago. And while I was playing, Little Jimmy Dickens came in.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, I mix up my songs. I usually do some country, a little bit of rock. And I was right in the middle of a rock song. And I looked over and saw Little Jimmy Dickens. And I'm turning to the band and I'm going, God. You know, I didn't want Little Jimmy Dickens coming in and I'm singing, I hate myself for loving you or something like that.
Yeah.
And he came in and he sat down and he had a bar stool there with his name on the back and everything. And he
Well, of course.
sat through the whole thing. I gave him a CD and then somehow miraculously myself and the people that were with me landed front row of the Opry that night when he performed.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it was, you know, I get all giddy with that kind of stuff. But Music City Bar and Grill is one of my favorites. As far as downtown, I've played at the Valentine. I've played at Big Shots. I've played the Underground, the Doghouse.
Yeah.
You know, there's quite a few places, but
You know, the Doghouse ain't even there no more.
what it was just there.
They closed that whole strip down.
We just played there, CMA Fest.
Well,
Yeah.
it's now Live Oak. Live Oak moved to Doghouse. Doghouse no longer exists.
That's how it was advertised and everything.
Well, see, yeah, it's recent.
It's very recent. That's what I'm saying. It just,
I'm thinking, okay.
no, you blink and it changes down there.
Wow. Okay.
It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Winners is gone too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know,
You got to be quick on those names when you start thinking about downtown
yeah.
because they change.
Yeah. Well, lucky for me, I play a lot back at home. And I took some time off this past year. And I used to sing with just a couple guys down there, and we played 50 some shows a year.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and I loved it. But I wasn't able to do a lot of my original stuff or more of the country stuff. We did a variety of everything. I love that.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where I wanted to be able to share what I was doing, and it wasn't my band to do that.
Yeah.
And so I gathered up some of the best musicians I know at home and said, hey guys, how about if we play a few festivals and we play down, I don't want to play the circuit every single week where I'm playing all the animal clubs. I love them, the moose, the elks and all that. But when people know your schedule more better than you do and your set list better, I don't want it to be repetitive like that. I want to be, when we come to town, everyone comes to see us because they won't see us again for another 5 or 6 months.
Right.
If that makes sense. And so these guys got with me and I was like, what do you want to call, we'll call you, what name do you want? They were like, the Don Ricks Band.
There you go.
I'm like, really? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I wanted to be called after, I was like, all giddy. And I was like, you guys don't want to be called that. And they were like, oh no. Yeah, we do. And so now it's the Don Ricks Band. And those guys play every day of the week down there. They're a duo, a trio, they got and everything. So I'm lucky to gather them when I gather them. And we play quite a bit. And it's nice because I can do originals. We can still play the covers. Yeah. I showcase every one of my band members because without them, I wouldn't sound good.
Well, exactly.
Really, So, and I tried to put in for some award things for them this year, and every single person in my band was up for Musician of the Year this year at the Who's Who of Country Music Awards. So,
well, I've noticed that on some of the award shows, they're actually doing like the individual musicians, and they're doing like touring band of the year, stuff like that.
It's so important. I mean, for me, and this is just for me, I always felt that, your ego should never be bigger than the stage you're performing on.
Right. Okay.
And I believe you do it for the love of the people, the love of the music, but the people that are all part of it, whether it's your merch guy, whether it's a radio guy, whether it's your, I don't care if it's even people just, giving you a spot in a green room to sit down and give you water. Like they all should be treated with kindness. And especially like your band, you could say, hey, put your hands together for the band. But no, like they all like have their own thing. And I went to a Keith Urban concert one time and he literally stepped away from the stage and every single one of his band members did their style of what they do. Yeah. And that was years ago. Yeah. And I was like, if I ever get to have my own band, that's what I want to do because it's all of those different genres of music. It's the rock that they put into the country or the blues they put into it, and each one of those guys have something to showcase. And I love to let them go. Yeah. Just show them what you got.
I was sitting there last night. I was playing on Facebook, looking around, and I ran across, and I hate that I can't remember the name of the band, but it was a band that was playing Rob Zombie type music to Johnny Cash.
Oh, wow.
It was wild as all get out.
Wow.
And I was just like, man.
Yeah. There was a gospel group. I went to one of the churches down here, Fireplace or one of those churches, and they had an event. They had the sound. The sound there, and some of their songs, some of their gospel songs, they did it in all the styles of like the Eagles and like all the different ones. It was the coolest thing.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I've always been, because I was an 80s kid. Striper.
Oh yeah.
I love Striper.
The hair band.
Yeah.
And I had the hair. It was funny. I'll tell you.
I've seen older pictures of you.
Oh my gosh. You did not have to worry about the prom dress fitting in the car.
You had the blonde going on.
It was
and
6 inches tall, 8 inches wide, and but one thing I never had was like the unicorn bang. Kind of went like this.
Yeah.
I always made sure all of it.
Yeah. You had to be perfect. It was symmetric how y'all done that crap. Yes. Like I got room to talk because my hair was down to my waist. So I mean.
And now I'm in ball caps. It bothered me so bad to come out here today and not have a ball cap on. Oh. And my sister was like, please do your hair.
Usually I'm in a tank top and a hat, and of course, see that look I got from Julie over there? She hates it when I do that.
Really?
And then when she's not around, me and Caitlin are both in tank tops doing stuff.
Oh yeah. That's my comfort zone. Throw on a ball cap. I'll do ball cap, jeans, and heels. I'll mix it up to have some fun, but ball cap all day long.
Got to have the heels though, right?
Well, sometimes. Now, today I came in in a pair of flip flops that even my pedicurist said, please throw them away. The last time I went to get a pedicure and it was a beautiful job. And she looked down at my feet and said, oh dear heaven, please throw those away. I said, well, I'll have a burial service for that.
There you go. Totally separate. All right, y'all, we're going to get off here. Dawn, thank you so much for being
Well,
on.
this was so fun. I appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, we'll get you up to studio. We'll have a lot more fun.
Oh
there.
my God. Yeah, please.
So
Please do. Thank you.
You'll have to bring a couple of pickers with you, and
Sure.
because we got in there, we got everything you need up
Well,
there.
today I have Randy Barnett accompanying me.
I love Randy.
love-
He is just phenomenal.
The best guy ever. Yep.
He is,
Yep. So he'll
and
be
a
here
hell of
soon.
a musician.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing, humble.
Mhm.
He's so anyone out there who's looking for a guitarist right now, he's the dude to reach out to.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal.
Professional, wonderful, and he's probably out there looking for me right now.
Oh, probably.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're more than welcome. We're glad
Appreciate
to have you on, and please tell everybody where they can find you.
Right now, downtown Gallatin.
Hey, well,
But
there
you
it
can,
is.
You can find me on all the social platforms on Facebook, dawnricks.com. You can go there, but mostly on social media. I'm on Facebook, Rick Singer or Dawn Ricks Music.
Mhm.
And reach out to me. I love to interact with the fans and get them involved. I usually put them in a video every now and then and stuff like that.
I love it. All right, y'all. We're going to get off here. Stay tuned because we're going to be here till 6 p.m. tonight. We're going to be doing interviews with all the artists that are going to be down here. And we didn't even get them all. There's like, I know 40 or 50 people,
Tons
of artists.
and great folks. Great
Yeah.
folks.
Got the meet the greets. They got everything going on, and it's free, folks. So y'all come on out and check it out. Come down to downtown Gallatin, Tennessee. You can't miss us. You can go all the way out Vietnam Veteran. Be right here. So we'll catch me more later. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Smell the popcorn.
Smell the popcorn.